What's up with y'all? It's your boy Decopbo, like always. You know, oh yeah, that baby gone. That baby gone. But like always, you know, I'm starting a new situation or a new episode or a new show. Well, not a new show. It's still on the old show, but I'm starting a new situation. The all seeing eye. Hold on, it's up on. My man made this. My man got these hoodies. You know, he told me he sent me some. You know what I mean? So, I want to shout out to him, all seeing eyeball. So, look, right? I'm starting a new series called Daily Bread, and it's like I need everybody to understand that I don't like not knowing stuff. I really don't. When I used to drink, I used to get angry. I used to go to the internet and search it and study it all night because I just don't like not knowing stuff. I don't, and it's very difficult for a person like me not to know something, you know. And that's just the truth. That's one of my confessions. But it wasn't on those shows. I never expressed that before. But I'm starting to become more open, more honest because like, who wants a nigga laying around lying all day long, or be around a bunch of dudes lying? Like, lying is the ability to be afraid of the person you're lying to. That's what, see, if people understood what lying was about, they will understand that when you lie to someone, you give them power because you are afraid to tell them the truth because of their reaction. I ain't scared of shit. But God, death, and I'm not even afraid of death really, but I just don't want it to come. You know, I still got some stuff to do here on the earth. But God dying the wrong way, and this other subject that I'm gonna bring up, love. You know, I really, you know, everybody asks this question, right? And this is the Daily Bread, love. And people say, how can you be an expert on love with all the failed relationships you had and everything else? That makes me an absolute genius on love because not only can I tell you about it, I can tell you what not to do. See, it's easy for a person to somebody in high school and they got married and they together forever. And you ain't gonna learn nothing from that person because that person has never struggled with it. They've been blessed. They had love at the first shot. They hit the bullseye. But a person like me can tell you what not to do, as well as what I learned on the journey. You know, as well as what I learned on the journey. Oh man, the gym is getting good. So I love myself now. Hold on, pause. Look, but look, I just try to throw some little humor in there. But out of all the women, the question that you get asked all the time is, why do you know you love me? Right? Good question, but it's like you know, let me forgive myself. Look, Mom, if you're wondering, if you're asking why I'm outside, then you know I'm a polar bear. I sleep with the air conditioner on in the wintertime, so I mean, I don't want to get cussed out, so I go in the house. Okay, now that we back in a enclosed environment, I'll get back to the question. The question is, in today's Daily Bread is like, the question is, how do you know you love me? Now, that's energy drink too, by the way, you know. Sometimes I like coffee. Sometimes I don't want that hot shit. So it's like, I just get an energy drink at the same amount of caffeine. Hey, it is what it is. But, like I said, I would tell everybody the same thing, right? If you were a woman and you could answer that question, you're not in love with her. See, this is why God chose me to do the stuff I do because he know I'm gonna say I have no filter. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say, and there's people that's probably like shut up, and there's other people like man he lying. There's probably other people like man you don't know what you're talking about. I'm telling you, love is undescribable. It takes everything from you. Your common sense, your willpower. You ever ask your girlfriend? You ever see your girlfriend and you like, why are you with this motherfucker? He ain't shit. And you looking from the outside in, you like this nigga because she love him. She's in love with that person. So, you know, when you get to a situation where you have to, if you can explain something that's an out-of-body experience, then you got to be like one of them magic people or something. I don't know. Because every person I've ever been in love with, and I'm not going to name them because that'd be disrespectful to the person that I'm with right now. Right? I'm not going to name them. But what I would say to you is, every single time it came a space and time where I was like, man, why are you, fuck, what are you doing? And as soon as that thought came to me, the first next thought was like, well, how are you going to be when you wasn't with him? And I know because I ran. Believe me, every woman that I ever had in the past will tell you, I'm a runner, I'm a track star. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when you look at it, what you do with ghosts, what you do when you see scary pictures and the villain comes out and he finally faces the person, the main character, they haul ass, they run. I am used to being in control, especially of myself. That's why I stopped drinking. I didn't stop drinking because I couldn't afford alcohol, because I could buy a bottle of anything every single day. I didn't stop drinking because I ran out of money. I didn't stop drinking because someone else told me, because like I really don't give a fuck about what people say about me. I really don't, because I don't need them. Like really, truthfully, that's the honesty. If you in a house with a woman and she cussing you the fuck out every day and you ain't leave, that mean you need her. If you the man who treats you like shit, that ain't love. That's because like it's comfortable. The convenience of it. It ain't love. So I'm in a place in my life where I don't really need nobody. And that don't mean that in the past I didn't need anybody. It's just like right now, I can only speak about right now because then was not then, it was there. The future is not the future, it's over there. I can only talk about here, right now. So I don't need anybody. I'm cool. I can check in a hotel for a month. I don't give a fuck. I don't need anybody. But the people I love, you can't get rid of. And that's what nobody seems to understand. There's been plenty of women who was with me who should have been left my ass. And there's plenty of women that I was with, I should have been left their ass. What? You are holding me the fuck back from everything else in the world that God has given me that I have not reached for and grabbed. But love takes away the ability to reach. It makes you paralyzed almost. And I know what I'm saying right now is deep, and it might take you to watch it a couple times for you to digest it. And then some people get it instantly. And I'm not saying there's a distinguishment between either or. I'm just saying that some people learn fast, some people learn slow. And however you learn, learn. Because in this episode of Daily Bread, what I'm basically trying to tell you is love is undescribable. Especially to someone who loves to be in control. And the reason I stopped drinking is because for the first time in my life, something came in my life that took my control from me. I am a calm, cool, funny, flamboyant person when I'm sober. I am a mean, arrogant, sadistic, baffling, cunning, insidious person when I am drunk. I know y'all can't do that about yourself. I can do it about myself. And what I learned was the things that make you afraid of love is because if you start to anticipate, if you start to reach for, if you start to grab it, you start to hold on to it, you start to get something, it's the most dangerous word in the world. Way past love, way past death, way past everything. This is the worst dangerous drug in the world. Most dangerous word in the world. It's called hope. When you love someone, they give you hope that life could be better, that things could be better, that your situation can be better. And like, I would rather not have that than to have that and lose it. Getting a little deep now. I would rather say, fuck love. Hold, stop. In the name of love, stop. Stay over there. Turn around. Get down on you like a cop. Get down on your knees. Put your hands over your head. Don't move. Take love into custody and throw that motherfucker in the cell. That's what I'd rather do, but unfortunately, it's not up to me who I love. Love does not come from the being or the human self. It comes from the spirituality. You must be willing to give your soul and connect to that other person's soul. And you wonder why you want to get rid of someone. You want to not be with that person, but there's a part of you that belongs to him because you gave him your soul. The layman term for love is two souls intertwined, becoming one. So that means when they separate, one is going to leave something from the other one. And it might just be DNA. Let's talk about DNA for a minute. And then I'm done. Everybody know, well, some people don't know. When I talk about my father, I'm not talking about my dad. I know y'all think those words is the same, but they're not. One gives sperm, one gives life, education, knowledge, the ability to be a man. And there's some people out here who is so infatuated with the dad, they forget about the father. And there's some people out here who's so infatuated with the father, they forget about the dad. Some of y'all women are still in love with y'all baby fathers. Y'all scared to say it. But then y'all got a man in y'all life who taking care of y'all kids, who looking out for y'all kids, and y'all not even appreciating the fact that he is doing your fucking baby father's job. I beat my baby mom, baby father up. And then I realized this is the man that's going to be around your children more than you. I don't care if I get him on every weekend. He's living with my ex-wife. So if anything, you need to ask your kids, is he a good dude? It's questions that men are afraid to ask. Is he a good dude? Do he treat y'all good? Do he look out for y'all? And to this day, I don't have no problem with dude. I don't. I did beat him up first because I had to say, because like, fuck that. My son's coming to me telling me they get in trouble for not calling this nigga dad. I'm beating the fuck up. Now I come there, you telling me I ain't supposed to, nigga, you in my house. Fuck you mean? Like, I don't know whether she gave you the report, but I'm gonna beat you the fuck up right now. And I did, and I felt like a piece of shit after I did it. Because this is a dude who my kids care about. Why? Because they spend more time with him than they do me. This is real man shit right here, I'm telling y'all. Because some men need to hear this shit. Some women need to hear this shit. And my dad paid for the 76ers. He was not my father. My father's name was Gordon Sanford. He did an amazing job. People said that he was hard, he was rough, he was tough. I'm so glad he was, because life is not easy. And if I had to depend on my dad, the person who gave my mom sperm to make me, I'd be asked out. Thank God that God sent me a father. It's just the truth. But I still have my DNA of my dad. See, this is the part that's going to be a little tricky. That's going to be a little hard to hear. Y'all have to be watching out for the people y'all have children with. I ain't talking about abortion and none of that shit, so don't cancel me. I'm not talking about abortion. I ain't telling y'all should get on board. I'm saying that you should watch who you have children by. Because what you seem not to understand, even if that man is never in that child's life again, he will always have his DNA. My father didn't go to his mother and his father's funeral. He was overseas playing basketball. I guess he didn't want to lose any money. I seen my father twice. I can see him every day if I choose. I just don't. Because I'm not going on the internet to see somebody who is responsible for my life. And I could see if he was a bum, a crackhead, something like, this nigga's a millionaire. What the fuck? Like, nigga, you don't even have no money problems. So I can't blame this on nothing other than the fact that you just don't give a fuck. And no matter how much I run from my dad, he's still in me, because there's times that I just don't give a fuck. And I try to figure out, why am I like that? And then it all comes back to the fact that my dad don't give a fuck. It's in my DNA. So you wondering why your children act the way they act? You wondering why why they doing the shit they doing? You wonder why they wear where they at? You need to ask yourself, why did I have a child by that motherfucker? Because if it ain't you, it's him. Most moms don't like their children because they look just like their father and they act just like this motherfucker. Can't stand this little motherfucker. Every time I look at that motherfucker, I think about the nigga that I'm trying to get rid of in my head, because I already physically got rid of him. So this is my daily bread. A chance to sit down and talk to people, whether they listen or don't listen. Because I done put up a video about breaking up, and I done got 1,500 views. I done put a video about being happy and praising God and got 10. Negativity sells. I refuse to pump that, because this is my platform. I own it. And until somebody get a check in the mail that they wasn't expecting, you don't know how I live. It ain't your business why I keep doing what I'm doing. But I'm telling you, it's paying off. And I just thank God, because it's my mother's DNA. That got me thinking like this. It ain't about the short road. It's about the end of the race. People sprint out in the marathons, and they sprint out, and by the time mile 3 come, they gassed out. And I'm running at a steady pace. But when they get to that last mile, and I kick it in, that's always my mother, Sharon McCurdy's DNA. This is Deli Bread. It's your boy Decopbo. I'm sorry I'm a little long, but shit hit me a little bit. Hit me, right here, hit me. Thanks for my man making his hoodies, man. All CNI, all CNI, boy. Like and I like them Jones. You know, anybody else got some clothes they want me to wear, I wear on my show. It's your boy Decopbo, Decopbo one.